pushes it wide. Perhaps had more time than he thought there.
Yeah, for a good player, that's a poor finish. He had a mile more time, Simon, as you called it. Jason Collina just caught out of position. Perhaps he's run forward a little early. Bresciano couldn't secure possession. And with the ball bouncing away from goal, this was a difficult effort to attempt from Quintana, who's certainly good enough to nail it from there. But you would have imagined a better option would be just to settle himself, control the ball, size up the opportunity and get it on target. You'd expect someone of his pedigree to do better, Australia.
Qatar have got a wall of two. I didn't even think Bresciano would shoot from here. Kennedy flicks it on, in behind, off the woodwork by Kuehl, and Qatar scrape it away. In fact, it might have been Tim Cahill with the acrobatics.
It certainly was. What a way to bring up the goal if it was to have been. And Cahill, beautifully arced run. Kennedy missed it. And it was the challenge just on the edge of the box there, I'd say. Somehow, but Timmy Cahill, wonderfully athletic. Wow. Not to be for Australia. And that's the challenge that the referee has blown up. Another interesting one, shall we say.
Feet were high from both players. My apologies for Tim Cahill. Everybody seems to forget Bresciano's goal. Just as important. Here's Kuehl, who's got him behind. Little slip by Ibrahim Majid. Kuehl still going and toes it towards goal, and then I think it rebounded back off his shins and over the top for a goal kick.
Well beaten here was Ibrahim Majid, care of his loss of balance, but he recovered well enough to put Harry Kuehl under pressure here. He couldn't really size up the goal, I'm sure, as Kuehl would have liked. Nevertheless, Qatar needed to scramble because that was another nasty moment. Australia just flexing their muscles.
That was a good, promising, dangerous break by Australia. Collina, now Kuehl in space. Shapes to cross with the left. And that's twice he's got him behind. Qatar reeling here, and then Carl Valeri's drive takes a touch and just over the top.
Well, Kuehl does beautifully well here, squaring up Hamid Shami. Unorthodox goalkeeping, shall we say, from Qasem. Bilal Mohammed with the glancing defensive header. This was the earlier incursion from Timmy Cahill. Brilliant work down the left-hand side. Al-Balushi appealing for the fistful of his shirt that Timmy Cahill grabbed on the way through. Again, just probing into the spaces around the gaps between Lucas Neal and Jason Collina on the right. Chris Coyne and Scott Chipperfield on the left. Outstanding display from Ibrahim Majid. Muscular, not scared to leave a tag or two on an opposing player.
Got a corner to defend here. Bresciano clips it in. Back into the danger zone and then cleared off the line by a Qatari defender. Bresciano retrieves.
Al-Balushi, one of their best, but here's the moment for Australia. Timmy Cahill finding Chris Coyne, just couldn't square it to an unlikely partner up front, Lucas Neal. The two centre halves almost in perfect unison for Australia.
Coyne, I'm sure, you won't mind me saying, would come into that category if he were to score tonight. Or Lucas Neal for that matter. Yeah, Coyne's been caught there. Felt that one. He's a tough guy, Chris Coyne. So that one must have hurt for him to remain on the deck.
But this is what we haven't seen in 3 games from Qatar. Putting their body on the line. Minutes in, that a lot of crimson and white, maroon and white flags fluttering in support of the team.
Now here's Tim Cahill. Stings the palms of Kazim Burhan. That was Australia's best moment. Well, certainly in the second half. Cahill, of course, hit the post in the first. That one would have counted, though.
And they stay hit when Timmy Cahill gets behind one. Good save. Very good save from Qasem.
Now, mistake by Bilal Mohammed. He's barely made one all night. Josh Kennedy clips it across, and Qasim Burhan with the acrobatic tip away. Well, the angle wasn't great for Josh Kennedy. I'm sure he was perhaps trying to centre that one for Valeri.
Yeah, Valeri, talking about unlikely heroes, he's got further forward in that counter-attack than you've seen.
Australia perhaps starting to turn the screw. Bresciano's delivery. Again, Cahill wins it. Again, there's a man on the near post. And this time, Qasim Burhan cleans hold of the ball.
He's certainly enjoying his work. And he's doing his work very well. With you, Simon, I think that was a cross intended for Cavalieri.
And one or two oohs and ahs from the crowd, but I don't think Mark Schwarzer was ever in trouble there. Again, good pressure by Qatar. Forcing the percentage-type pass by Kalina. Australia have got away with it. Well, that's an absolute corker of a pass from Grella. Kuehl cuts in. Harry Kuehl, and again, the palms of Qasim Burhan are stung.
Well, Australia's best moments are coming when they can spread the ball wide. Most notably to Harry Kuehl, who has been in good form this evening. We normally herald the quality of his left foot, but it was his right that nearly did the damage on this occasion.
Beautiful piece of skill from Harry Kuehl. Just a little lofted sand wedge into the path of Scott Chipperfield. He's pickpocketed the defender as well, and Kuehl drives across the face of goal and wide.
Deserves a goal tonight, in my opinion, Harry Kuehl. He has been leading the charge for Australia, and he picked the pocket beautifully there. And the quality in his left foot, you really expect him to find the target from here. We watched him at shooting practice during the week at training. Blistering is the only word I can think of to describe what we saw. He just needed to find one of those training ground efforts on this occasion, and Australia would have been home and hosed.
Australian free kick. Shade over 2 minutes of normal time. Before the Socceroos can confirm their place. 2 home games to come, of course, should they stumble here. Little nudge by Lucas Neal. Quintana wanting the foul, which didn't arrive. Oh, we got one there, though. That's a very clumsy challenge by Lucas Neal, and there's some afters too. Well, it's hot enough in Doha, but temperatures boiling over. That was a very late challenge from Lucas Neal. He's going to get a yellow, and possibly he's a bit lucky not to get more for that challenge.
Well, on first inspection, I think he was a bit lucky. From our vantage point, he looked to clatter right through the back of Sebastian Quintana. Talal Al-Balushi's picked up a yellow for his part in the melee that followed. But I don't think this is going to make for great viewing for Lucas Neal.
Gets another cap to add to his tally. Well, it's not quite the party that it was in Sydney 4 years ago. But it will mean just as much. Mission accomplished. Back-to-back World Cups for Australia. Get out your travel maps. Check the exchange rate for the rand. The Socceroos are off to join the world's biggest party. South Africa, here they come.